Alrighty, and welcome back everybody once more. Seems like it wasn't too long ago when we had another match, and we are here once again for the final time this weekend. It's going to be PinkEyeFan2013 versus nujabes, which is TS Fury. We're already underway with bans here. Nomad5 is the ban from TS Fury. PinkEyeFan going for the Hidden 6? I think they meant Nomad 6. Would make a little bit more sense here. My name's This Pigeon. I'm joined by Azer once again. And yeah, how are we doing tonight, Azer? Still kicking?
Wishing there was a hidden 6, low-key, but it's fine.
6 hiddens.
We're not ready for that.
Oh, 6 hiddens would be wonderful.
Yeah, really interesting matchup here, I think. Again, both of these players, just like last match, are very even in their strengths. They like the similar, they like very similar things. They kind of have the same weakness as far as we know. But for being probably the two, I guess you can call them like the two biggest like mechanics players of the winners bracket right now. It's just kind of insane that they're matched up in quarters already, so it should be really interesting, I think. I don't think you'll get to see much of the, I guess, the weirder or more gimmicky parts of this pool, probably. We might see some like really insane stuff on some of the more basic maps here.
Yeah, I am excited for this one as well. Do you think this match will probably be a lot closer in terms of score than the previous one was? But I mean, anything can happen. That match might have only been 6-1, but it was extremely close in terms of like the actual points themselves for the most part. But going right into the Hard Rock 4, it was a DT2 ban from TS Fury to round out those, and a Hidden 2 ban from PinkEyeFan. So pretty quick on the bans, and don't think we saw this one at all in the last match. Haven't really seen much of this map to begin with in any of the other matches, but this one relatively straightforward. It's 250 BPM, and for the most part, it's consistency.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that played this. I think there are 9 scores on the map that I can see. No really like standout performance though. Like no one's above 600k on this, so maybe that changes here. To be honest, like if there's people that are gonna get more than that, I mean they're both here. Oh, and no Hard Rock, no score v2. Okay.
Yeah, can't really be having that.
Right back then. I think this matchup in specific, I think is one of the most important ones. When you think about the whole purpose of this tournament, which is just to make people step up before WC and stuff, and to try to, get some of the newer players, I suppose, like some much needed experience, and be able to test them and stuff. Well, like this is 2 of them. Tissu is not so new at this point. Like, in the Canadian scene, I'm pretty familiar with them, but relatively still looking to be proven, I think. And PinkEyeFan, the same thing, but on a whole different time scale here. Just kind of spawned, immediately made a lot of waves, became really high ranked, and as far as I know, hasn't really played tournaments at all before this year. So you could say, he's one of the players that I think this whole event basically exists for. So this should be pretty important to watch, I think, and see how both of these guys end up performing. Because I mean,
yeah, I think
they both definitely have the potential to win the whole thing, or at least get really far. So
yeah, sorry cutting you off there. I think PinkEyeFan was one of the players that I saw the name and I was like, oh, surely that's just a name change from somebody who I've heard of before. But no, it's just PinkEyeFan. Like, the dude just spawned, literally. Like, I don't know where he came from, but yeah, a couple of pretty interesting talents here. PinkEyeFan is going to be the first one to drop, though. on this pick, but I mean, definitely this is the kind of tournament that really kind of lets people prove themselves before, you know, Canada actually has their tryouts, and it is OWC season as well. I do believe signups just started for that, so it's pretty interesting so far for what I've seen. I think Canada's got a lot of good contenders for their team.
Yeah, some of these flowing patterns not treating PinkEyeFan so well though. This map was looking really good at the start, but kind of collapsed on every single one of them so far, and TSFury is still looking good. This map's just gonna do that to people, I think. Like some of these patterns, especially on Hard Rock, are really uncommon now. Like definitely a more boomer focused map, this one. So starting off here with I suppose an upset breakpoint here for TSFury. It was looking really close up until those, to be fair.
Oh yeah, definitely close. I think it just kind of started to slip away from PinkEyeFan a little bit, and then just was too far gone at that point. But Hidden One is going to be the answer here from TSFury. Interesting, actually. I thought that was a TSFury pick, just given that it was in the Hard Rock. That makes some sense as well for PinkEyeFan. As you said, both of these players do tend to favor the mechanics picks much more than any of the gimmickier stuff.
Yeah, that might have been kind of a gamble, to be honest. TSFury is well known to be able to play Hard Rock quite well. But like that map is different enough that I think like you never really know.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a toss-up. This one, it's a lot of awkward aim in this one. Some linear patterns as well towards the end. But a lot of this like wide angle aim patterns here that we see catching up both players already.
Yeah, I mean, this map doesn't really have anything complicated going on for it, but just the core angles of everything, really hard to hit. This is one of those that basically only the hidden players can make. Like, it's really easy if you normally play it, but for everyone else, it's a different story here. I mean, TSFury is definitely not known to be the hidden guy, but I guess maybe one of those picks where, you know, I guess we've been seeing that more and more now that the tournament's progressed. The map is getting harder, where people like to just pick against people's weaknesses. And PinkEyeFan, I guess, being known as being more of just, you know, mechanics, tapping, just solo stuff. You know, maybe not as experienced or familiar with this type of hidden map. So, is TSFury looking to make use of that pretty successfully so far.
Yeah, doing pretty solid work in this match. It's another short map here, only about 2 minutes in length, so not really too much to be said here. I think 130,000 points and continuing to climb as PinkEyeFan finds a couple more breaks is going to be more than enough for TSFury to get the points despite finding a mistake of their own towards the end of the map. But PinkEyeFan, I feel like, is probably going to start leaning into the double times a little bit, if not just going right back into the Hard Rock.
Gave up at the end.
No, sometimes you just miss a couple notes.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I mean, this is definitely one of the matchups that is going to test PinkEyeFan the most. Said this at the start, but TSFury, I think in terms of, you know, skill sets and stuff, is probably the closest player to PinkEyeFan. So he's not really able to, I guess, like, use the main advantage that he has on most of the other players in the tournament here. So they're gonna have to think a little bit outside the box and see what else that he can maybe find an advantage on. Now, this one, in theory, should be one of those, but like that's probably the one that you'd expect, you know, PinkEyeFan to just beat everyone on this. So.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty farmy map. I think a lot of players are fairly familiar with this map set in general, if not just this difficulty alone. And relatively speaking, the tapping requirement for this map isn't too high for some of these top players.
Now this is probably a double 99 we're gonna see on this.
Double 99, I could see that. Absolutely.
Must be pretty hard. Oh, I was gonna say it must be pretty hard, you know, in terms of mental when you know both of the players are gonna be able to do so good on this. That's like one miss is probably like that's it.
Yeah,
There's nothing else to do after that, right? Like there's got to be so much pressure to actually FC these if you're both of these guys. But
for
yeah,
sure.
PinkEyeFan going to find the first one here. Maybe the only one.
Definitely an unorthodox spot to find a miss in as well. He tapped like all of the first ki section and then just missed right at the very end of it.
For players of this caliber, I don't think the tapping is going to be the problem on this one. It's probably going to be like some weird slider or some weird snap somewhere. Like, I think when you can both tap, everything just becomes an aim map, you know.
Absolutely. And I mean, it is still relatively in contention here if TS Fury does find kind of a meltdown, but I think it's getting a little bit too far gone now. 250,000 points with not enough time left in the map, and what is looking to be a full combo from TS Fury. This is too much.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much. Yeah, see, it wasn't even a miss; it was a slider break. Okay. Pretty much how you'd expect this one to go, I think. I kind of called that one. It's gonna be 2 FCs. The acts are a little bit lower, but yeah, it starts to be a little dire here, I think, for PinkEyeFan, because I think, you know, on paper, when you look at both of these players, I think TS Fury is gonna have more advantages on the rest of the pool, as far as we know. So, you know, for these maps that I think you would expect PinkEyeFan to do really good on, they're really important to win. So that might be a very impactful one there, but more hidden.
You like when they pick the hidden mod? It's one of my favorite mods.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. Yeah, hey, wait a minute. A couple of hidden players in the casting booth. Yeah. This song is so great. I have been listening to this song all day today because of this tournament, because I did not know about this one. Unfortunately, I never really get a chance to watch any of the other Mode World Cups for the most part. So I was unaware of this OSU original, and this is quite nice for one.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones. This one has a really cool storyboard as well that I'm sure we're not going to be watching ever in the tournament match, but it's a very pretty one. In case anybody ever goes to play this in solo or something. Not a lot of good scores on this map of the weekend. I think like 500k.
Yeah,
is the high,
that sounds right.
There's one 500k, and I don't think either of these guys are going to get that, but I could be wrong. Maybe TS Fury, Loki, Hidden Goat. I don't know.
You played this in your match, didn't you? You did pretty good on that.
Yeah, I'm the 500k.
You are the 500. That's what I thought. Okay.
I was just trying to.
I was gonna say. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, something's off here. I'm like, yep, 1,500 field. Yeah, sounds right. Yeah, this map is pretty nasty. It's a lot of this finger control swing patterns, a lot of these doubles, huge snap requirements into like some flow as well, as we see there. So it's a lot to keep track of, especially on top of it being in the hidden mod.
Still pretty close. Well, actually, maybe not. Okay, well, when you look at the score difference, it looks kind of close, but the scores are quite low still.
Yeah, a lot of the score comes towards the end, especially when the accuracy starts to really play a big factor in it. I think if you're able to get like above 95% accuracy, you're pretty much almost guaranteed the point. I mean, like, bar someone FCing for the majority of the map. But yeah, right now, PS3's accuracy is paying dividends.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna start to matter most, and more than anything, when there are no combos to be found anywhere. I think act drops here in this score range tend to have a massive impact here. So it is looking really favorable for TS4 right now, but still has to keep that act together for the ending. Because it could change.
Pretty solid here in the first 4 maps. The score doesn't necessarily tell the whole story here, but I mean, yeah, TS Fury has been putting on quite the performance so far. Oh my god. It scares me every time.
Yeah, I've never seen someone not get caught by the ending there.
And like everybody knows
I've worked
it's
on
a
this
slider
song.
too.
I've FC'd this in solo. I've played this dozens of times. I do the same thing at the end every single time. That slow slider, like, that shit got hands.
It's crazy. Yeah, but Noma 2 here. We're exhausting all the tapping picks now.
Yeah, I mean, this is where PinkEyeFan's gonna... he just has to win this, I think. After this, it's trouble. If you're gonna go down 0-5 with no tapping left. Although, yeah, this one maybe not so much tapping, more so flow aim more than anything, especially for both these players.
Yeah, definitely. Could see another S rank for both of them again on this. Very easily see that being the case, but the spacing gets so egregious at the end.
Yeah, I think this one might be too much. Sure, we'll see great scores, but yeah, FCing this, you're getting like, I don't think you can really get an S rank on this, because if you miss anywhere, you're actually just getting like 6 misses. Not much going on here for a while in the song. Some of these angles get a little crazy. That one in particular I think is really hard, but they both get through it. Oh. Okay. Well, I was gonna say any sort of misses here early, I think for both of these players is going to matter so much more. They get to carry on this early combo here, and I think it is going to make a pretty big difference here. So PinkEyeFan finally finding a footing and actually having a you know what's going to be a probable big advantage here. Never mind. See, everything's just a jump map. This is just a jump map. All these tapping players just keep missing here. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we're just at the mercy of the aim when it's all said and done, right? It doesn't matter how well you can tap, consistency-wise. If you just miss-aim one pattern, then tough luck. But hey, I mean, still keeping the combo relatively even for PinkEyeFan. And if TS3 finds any more mistakes, I mean, the accuracy is always still favoring PinkEyeFan for the time being, so...
Oh, that's bad. Oh, no.
That's probably the worst spot to miss on. We saw that in the last match, too.
Yep. Oh, that might be it. TS3 has to sneeze right now or something. It's looking a little cooked. So much space here to just build up an advantage. Doesn't look crazy right now, but should build up to a solid 100k minimum, I think.
Yeah, I mean... Oh no,
No,
and
that's
we're
surely
missing
that's
on
surely that's
Wait.
Mancho. Surely that's Mancho. I saw the stutter.
I don't think that was Bancho. I feel like it would have corrected itself by now, no?
There's no way.
Did they both miss on the same slider? Surely not.
Okay, maybe it was just a Discord stream, but I absolutely saw a stutter there. I was 100% sure. That is a crazy play. Okay, I take it back. It's not tapping, it's not flow aim, it's not jump aim. This is just a slider aim map, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. The slider ticks will get you. You're not careful. That's 5-0 though. TS3 is looking to close this one out, I think. I don't know with what, but...
Well, there is a hidden left. I guess
there is hidden!
TS3... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, he has some mercy.
Oh, okay. We've seen this map get picked a lot this weekend. I think it's a pretty popular one. This whole map set, in my mind, it's just a shred map set. But I think, realistically, that's just the top diff? Or top diffs, I guess? I was unfamiliar with this one.
Wouldn't call this one shred.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, this is gonna be more just general aim consistency with some slider aim as well.
Yeah, well, I think again, in the context of these two players, this is absolutely just a slider aim map, I think. This map is pretty brutal with them. There's just a lot of like random, really fast reverses, and that's gotten a lot of people. But also some of the like 5-note bursts in this have like this awful accelerated angle that is super controlly and super difficult to hit, like all over the map. Have seen a lot of misses on that as well. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, PinkEyeFan just gotta find a footing on this one. This is still a winner's bracket, so it's not over for him. But right now it's looking kind of dire.
Yeah, I mean, winning going into the semifinals weekend, definitely prefer to do that over dropping down to the loser's bracket. But I mean, at the end of the day, one of these two players is going to lose. I would like to see a couple of points on the board for PinkEyeFan. I do think that they are more than capable of bringing it back here.
Oh.
That was Bancho. That one was Bancho, but that wasn't.
Oh.
Either was that. Oh, Bancho. Yeah, that first miss was fake, but the next two were real, unfortunately. That's definitely real.
I think I'm kind of sad that this wasn't a hidden pick, because the meme potential of watching a TS Fury 6-0 where he only picked 3 hiddens would just be kind of funny to me.
Ooh. That would have been pretty aura farm for sure. But yeah, that is gonna do it. Not sure when Dio plans on doing the map pool showcase for the semifinals. I would imagine that'll probably happen tomorrow because I think Dio is kind of MIA right now. Dude seemed a little under the weather, so that's it for this match and for this week's quarterfinals.
Yeah, we'll give him a break. I'm sure he'll let us all know. Well, TS Fury now moving on the winner's side to be facing Rumi. That is also a highlight for sure. I think personally, when you think of these two players, I think they've got like very different like stories, I guess. Where I think Rumi, as of late, has been popping off a lot in everything he plays. But you know, until now, has kind of just been seen as like a 4-digit player or something. But now, you've got TS Fury to deal with, and you know you got someone that's like covering 2 digits and it's playing on kind of a different level. So I'm gonna be interested to seeing that as well. PinkEyeFan as well, with a bit of a hard path in losers, I think. Going up to face against Recursion, who's pretty much only here because he was sick the first week, has kind of been a bit of a rampage in the losers bracket. So yeah, Recursion against PinkEyeFan should also be a pretty good one, I think.
Yeah, plenty of cool matches upcoming next week, but thank you so much, Azer, for joining me here in tonight's last few matches. Thank you to Sweetkin for the streams, and I think that's going to do it for us. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned in the Discord for pings about whenever the map pool showcase is. I believe that does happen tomorrow, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and everybody take care.
See ya.